Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to RSF1 Racing League Division 2. We are here on the Sunday. It's round number 5 of the season. It is the Dutch Grand Prix around the very tricky, tight and twisty, but always entertaining to watch, S04 circuit. A track that was still relatively new to most of us. It's only been on it for a year and a bit, so it could be quite interesting. I thought it was raining to begin with, and it is cloudy. Very, very overcast for Q1 to start us off. We have a full grid ahead of us as well, so qualifying especially is going to be hectic, is the word I'm going to use. I'm RSF1 Michael, also known as Brundle, in the comms box rather than driving, because I made the decision to try my hand in F1, so that's going to go well. Also, Primus isn't here today because he's taking a well-deserved break. He possibly will be back next week, so all the best to him. I'm joined by, well, you commentated for the last few weeks now, so you're kind of used to these drivers. Good evening to you, Easton. How are you looking forward to tonight's race?
Hello everyone, and I'm really looking forward to this race. Full grid Zandvoort, great track. Not one of my favourites personally, but there's a lot of strong drivers on this grid to make it a very interesting race.
Everyone's been a bit shy at the moment, Easton. Not a single... here we go. I was going to say, not a single driver's come out yet, and one of the AlphaTauris is out first, and it's going to be Grunty. Yep. Who I pointed out, Easton, I reckon he could do potentially well here, because he was on pole last season, just ahead of me. I think. I got a 1-2, was it? A 1-3, I can't remember.
I was on Twitter, it said Brittle Reapers was on pole. So, I might have been a 2-3.
Yeah, we qualified well anyway, so he seems to like this track, although you said to me he's taken off a couple of assists going into this, so... And that could change everything, couldn't it, if he's not completely up to scratch with it?
Yeah, I've been practicing with him, helping him, as obviously we're both AlphaTauri drivers. And he's still going to do decent. I don't think he's fully up to the pace around here yet, but you never know. He can spring a surprise on us.
Certainly can, certainly can. I got the both Williams coming out as well, Magic Mark and Ripon One Shot. Obviously, great to see a full grid here, Easton, as always. But what it's going to do is, especially in this this first session, getting a space in Q1 is going to be critical.
Yeah, as Grant just begins his flying lap there down into the hairpin of turn 1. It's going to be critical to get a clear bit of track, especially on the later part of the session if you're under pressure. On the brink of exiting in Q1, you need to find the track position to get a clean lap in.
How would you describe this track? I mean, you say you don't particularly like it. I kind of like it, but it's one of those ones that it's kind of like Vietnam in a way, which we had a couple of weeks ago. In as much it's a very fine line. If you make a mistake, you're going to be off. You're going to be off the track. That's very difficult to recover from it, especially in qualifying. You got to be completely on it on the lap.
Yep. Describing the track, and the words I've got to say is ABSOP, and it's very. There's a lot of bankings and fast sweeping corners, which I quite like of the track. As Grunt's coming down the start finish straight, to finish his lap, it's a 9.5. First lap of the week.
Pretty solid lap actually to begin with.
Yeah, very solid.
Yeah. Shall we have a target? Shall we have a target to go from? What do you normally get around here by the time we get to Q3?
Well, I've not done much practice because I don't really practice as much anymore. I think I do.
I'd imagine 8s. 8s here would be pretty good.
Yeah, I've not done anything special because I was doing the 8.4s last season. As my mark goes quickest with a 9.4. Since I've taken off the ABS, I've lost 3-4 tenths around here. I'm normally doing 8.8s. So, it's not amazing, but there's still time to improve. As Elliot goes into second, just He separates the two of Grunt and Magic
Yeah,
Mark.
good stuff from Elliot. I'm expecting this qualifying to be very close as well because it's such a short track, isn't it? So we could be tenths or even less than that. The difference between into the next session and out of it.
Yep. As a
FFR Milan
yeah, he's just
coming
coming.
across now through the bank curb.
As a couple things
about
in the
the-
chat quickly. Hello Sauce. Oh, Milan 9.1, damn.
Nice.
And then
Like
double.
one already.
Hello A-Watt as well, and double said in the chat, I know F2 can do 8.6 is around here.
Yeah, potentially they could. Dangerous Dan, Mercedes, just coming through the middle sector now. Last week's winner in China. And he's settled in very nicely, hasn't he, East? And obviously F3 champion from last season. He's made the step up pretty well. He's already had a second place last time out. No, second place in Vietnam and a win last time out.
Grunt's missing his half a wing.
Oh, he's obviously made a mistake there.
Damn. Yeah, he settled in very well, Dan has. Obviously, coming up from F3, it's not an easy challenge to jump up into a higher team, much more competitive, and show he's doing. I think he's actually more to the front end of the table, I believe, which is pretty good for him. So good on him, I suppose. Anyone on a lap? Well, Sturridge is the one.
Sturridge, yeah. Sturridge and then Breezy. Sturridge running very close to that curb on the outside, East, and you can't be too greedy with that curb because it can invalidate.
Yeah, I found out last season, took too much of it, and I ended up invalidating my last Q3 run and starting 10th. Track position is critical around here as well. As it's obviously, you've only really got the one singular overtaking spot, and that's down into turn 1.
I think chicane you could, but you got to get the best run out of the previous corner. And you got to hope that the guy in front makes a mistake. But yeah, turn 1 really is the overtake. Or swing it into the bank curve of turn 4 as well.
Yeah, you can. It's pretty brave doing that, to be fair, but people have their preferred overtaking spots. Oh!
Lukey just...
Breezy,
What?
massive wobble through the banking of turn 6. And just after turn 6 had a massive wobble. And Muddy's coming across
Lukey
line
with a
9.6.
nice 6 already. So yeah, that time for Milan is looking very impressive already. He's got 3 tenths and not anyone at the moment is getting close to him. Although I say that, Sparks gets within a tenth of him and a 9-1 as well.
Yep, 11 hundredths between the top two. Breeze is invalidated again. Malibu's on lap as well. Hudson's on 1.
Yeah.
Evil's on 1. He'll be the next one to cross the line. Oh, he's went very deep though.
Yeah, those in the chat, Malibu is sink side you, just so anybody is confused. We ride on board. Flick down of a gear. BF1 race in the Alpha, staying out the way. Nice for the middle sector. The middle sector is all about the flow, isn't it? You got to maintain the speed all the way through the sector.
Yep. Hudson 9.5 puts himself into P5. Malibu. Well, and you're not already on board with them. It's going to be next.
Yeah, you already. Went bouncing all over the curb on the chicane, but made it work. It's the last corner, not too much. Through the banked curve. This looks a pretty good time, I think, actually.
9.6.
The 9.6.
Who
Where's
will
the
be
eighth?
next? Oh, be Josh next, I
Josh,
think.
a teammate.
Yep.
And then we got Shrimper, who is back in the league full time. So, welcome back, Shrimper. And of course, I have time to mention, thank you very much to everybody that donated with the charity stream yesterday. I took part in the 100% Bahrain short race, which was a heck of a load of fun. Apparently the total, I believe, correct in saying...
Look, he's went round. Just at turn... I'm gonna say turn 9.
Yeah, I think that is turn 9. Yeah, I believe the total from yesterday, as it stands, is £1,100, which is a great amount. It's absolutely brilliant. So again, thank you everybody who donated and took part in the events. Pretty much a really good success.
Yeah.
Josh has gone to a 9.4 to third. Again, the 2 on a 9.1 have got a few tenths over everyone else.
Here comes BF1 Racer coming across the line. He throws it on the P3 with a 9.3.
Not bad.
Stitching and
See
his
how
home
he
Grand Prix goes on the 12th and the 9.6.
You see how Ben hugged the pit lane wall, was so close to actually touching it. But
Yeah.
That's the way out of the last corner, isn't it?
Yeah, just minimising the distance. And there's a AlphaTauri went round. Is that Grunt again? Yeah, Grunt's went round again. He's got away with damage, luckily, so he can just continue. Hold up.
Of course, here's the thing with...
Have
Go on.
we? I need to check the F2 attendance. I think we have every full-time driver attending the race today.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, because Ziza's not racing in F2 anymore.
Oh.
Shrimp. Oh, what's happened?
Jeez, Lee had a massive snap of Mr. Eagle on the throttle, basically. I would know because I'm running no traction in my challenge for F1 on Wednesday, and he just... What turn is that? Just as you in the middle sector.
Yeah. The middle
So-
sector's actually pretty difficult. There's a few auto spin curves and Slay across the line. Yeah, it's a 9.9.
Yeah, had a big mistake, so there's a few tenths there in him.
Here's Breezy now in the Renault car. He's showing beginning to show some form, Breezy. He's not had the best of luck. Oh, throws on the P4.
There we go.
And
Fourth
Evo
place.
as well. We missed Evo. He's also came up from F3. We've not seen him much this season. But that's going to be his kickstart to the season.
Yeah, DRT Evo is LR Evo for anyone that's again confused with that one. There's a couple
Name changes.
game tag changes, and here is one of them. Was another one. Sync Dan. It used to be VRC Dan. So affiliated with I believe the same clan as you've got.
Yes. Mean Diggles.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Absolute gem.
Milan and BF1 Race already retired. I think they should be safe. Although saying that, there's 4 tenths from BF1 Race in 5th down to Lukey in 17th. It's ridiculously close. I reckon he should be safe up there with 5 minutes to go.
Yep, we've got Saint Dan, obviously. Very quick driver, get promoted from F3 after once going 3 on the bounce. And F3.
Oh, Storage is out.
Oh,
Storage has lost it, edge of turn 4.
Is
that turn 4?
That hurts a bit, yeah.
Yeah, that's turn 4.
So Breezy's jumped up again. Oh, Stedgen, never mind. Stedgen up in the 5th.
Nice.
Here comes Saint
Dan.
Dan. It's 9-2. Throws up in the
9-2,
4th.
nice.
Damn. Looking competitive today, after.
Isn't it always?
Yeah, as always, yep. But they have the tracks where they can be insanely close. Like hundreds.
As I said before, though, this is one of the tracks where you are going to see the close times, I think, in every division, unless someone really hooks it up.
Yeah, prime example from that was F3 Mexico. As I believe me and you done that one as well. When the whole top 10 apart from Dan was separated by about 900ths.
Real shame for Sturridge and the Renault. He will be taking no further part. And he's already in 16th, so we're not going to have one less in the next session. Shrimper's on a much better lap this time, 6 tenths up. It's got the final couple of corners to go.
Someone's just jumped up again.
I can't think who that would be. JSC,
Yeah.
I think, to 11th.
Yep, Sabine Slee. Shrimper into 18th. He's got a bit more time,
Improves.
hopefully, to find. Yep, he's only To be fair, he's only missing in Q2 at the minute by 700. So, it's definitely possible to find.
Just over 6/10 covers the entire field.
Wow.
Ridiculous. So both Racing Points and Dangerous Dan. Look, Dangerous Dan, last week's winner in 19th at the moment. Huge pressure for him. But he's just coming out the pits now, but that's not what you need, is it?
Grunt is on a lap in the middle sector. That's very nicely done. Short shifting exit as well, just to make sure he doesn't spin. He's a 10th up at the minute. That'll throw him quite far up the field because of how close it is. Nicely done, revs out a bit. Into the penultimate corner. Stays nice and tight, runs it out about half car over the white line. And stays nice and tight for
Make
the
him
last
safe
corner.
now, I think.
Yes, definitely prove safe. Oh, 9-2 at the third.
Nice.
Good luck.
Joins his teammate. Also got Muddy down in 15th as well. Might see a couple of surprises in this first session.
One shot. Next one to cross the line, I believe, on a time lap. No, Williams' car is
10.5
not.
up.
Yeah, he's not the best of luck. After one shot has. He's a 10th up as well. This will put him near Grunt and Evil, I would imagine, if he's got more time in this last sector.
By the way,
Nicely
I
done.
was thinking about this before going live. I was thinking championship table marble rating on the grid. I think as one shot goes to 10th.
He'll be under pressure. Oh, look, he's invalidated.
Shrimp is in the pits. He's got to be coming out of the pits shortly. Oh, there he is. Speak of the devil. He should get round in time.
Yeah, he'll get round with about, maybe 10-11 seconds to spare because he's got Slee in front.
It's a dangerous stand.
Oh, Hudson's backed off.
Muddy
Into
goes
pit
to
lane.
7th.
Hudson's in big danger here with Dan. Shrimp or Lucky, Malibu all one lap, so I imagine Hudson may be seen, maybe engine.
Oh. Dangerous stand got onto the curb a little bit.
Won't affect him. 940's in danger still. He's got one more crack at it.
He took the last corner a little bit too much on the curb, and that will cost him so much time all the way going down the straight.
Look, he's
This is insanely
backed off
close.
again.
Right, so Lukey's got time. You got Shrimper as well. Jess Lee down in 15th. Also under pressure.
Yeah, I think it'll be Steffi Weffy Gamer. Will be the next one on a time lap unless Dan. Oh, Dan's backed off. Steffi's 400's up.
Stay off the racing line. Oh,
He's kept it valid
oh.
somehow. Oh, he's been wide
Nice.
though. Oh!
Oh, and he's in the wall. Oh. He's going to be annoyed with that. His teammate Hudson is out. Already in 16th. It's down to Malibu and both the racing points. And Malibu's 3/10 up.
Oh, magic mark. Oh, she's right in that curve. You don't want to do that, so. That's very nicely done.
Even a 10th or 2 would make her safe. And this should be fine, I would think.
On the 14th.
Oh, only just.
Steph, so it's all up to Jace Lee now.
Jess
Oh
Lee
no,
in
I
16th
never
and
mind
they're
you.
both racing points.
Shrimper's backed off and look, he's on the lap. Slee's 700's up. That'll get him through as it stands.
Only just. Here comes Lukey.
Oh, 0.2 from Slee's well, Lucky. Missy's out.
Shrimper was trying to give his teammate slipstream, but it didn't work. So both racing points out at the first stage and both Red Bulls. My former team, no.
Quick note as well, that's the second week in a row both racing points have exited in Q1.
Yeah,
But
they can't.
They did have a good
Lukey as
race.
well.
Yeah. Lucky's, I believe, second in the championship, but look how close it is. Three,
Three,
three, and,
3.5 tenths.
yeah, separating the top 16.
That is
Wow.
ridiculous. Makes me think that Q2 and Q3 are going to be ridiculous.
Me in that the top 10 separated by 2.25 tenths.
And like it's less than a tenth separating from 10th to 14th. You know, those would be people trying to get through into Q3 as well. So both Red Bulls, Steffi ahead of Hudson, Lukey in 18th, Sturridge in 19th, and Shrimper 20th. The whole field covered by 5.5 tenths, which is we love to see, but also very ridiculous. It's brightened up a little bit.
Yeah, I think at the end of Q2 we'll get someone in for an interview because I forgot to do it just there.
Yeah, so did I, to be honest.
It'll be
Evening
interesting.
to everyone.
Sorry, Con, on you. It'll be interesting to see what people will go for because the sauce overheat like mad around here. I'm very intrigued to see what everyone goes.
So if you can get through on the mediums, that would be the perfect strategy, you would say.
I'm not sure about the perfect. I mean, if they can keep in the DRS, I mean, they could be in a good position. But I mean, who's first out? It's Grunt again.
Running again, yep. Eager. Evening to everyone. Evening to Double, Barry, TRC Turner, Jake Moore, Alex, and all those that have commented so far. Give us a wave, give us a hello. We've got 29 viewers at the moment. Thank you very much for joining. We are middle of the way through, not middle of the way, we've only just started Q2. This is where the strategic plays will come into it. Whether they can get through on the medium tyres is obviously a little bit slower. So, how much slower are the mediums to softs, do you know?
I think it's
I haven't checked that myself.
6 tenths, I think.
Yeah.
So it's definitely possible to get through so like soft tire runners make mistakes.
Do you mind if I take through a lap?
Yeah, if you like.
Cool. So we're going to be riding on board with Grunty36 in the AlphaTauri as he winds himself up for the beginning of the lap. Make sure you hug the inside of the banking, but don't touch that grass because that's going to be spinning you into retirement. But down into turn 1, braking just before the 50-meter marker board. Turn 3, miss the apex a little bit, but carry the speed as best you can and don't hit the curb on the outside. And that's Grunty to lap. Done.
Oh, it's a Williams and his one shot.
One shot then, yeah.
He's forgot to turn the RS down, the absolute banana.
Easy to do. Yeah, that curve is easy to lose it on.
But I'm not 100% sure.
Okay. Right, so let's go again with Rip and One Shot on the soft tyres. Interestingly, so see whether he completes this lap or eases off. Down into first gear. Hit the apex a little bit more than what Grunty did on his lap, but through turn 2 and 3 completely flat. Down into turn 4, the carousel banking. Watch on the exit, because the car will always lose it, especially on no traction. And then flowing through this roller coaster, left, right, and then right up and over the hill. Brake a little bit, try and carry the speed, but don't go over that curb because that's what happens.
Not
Who's
much
next?
luck, so I'll be Dan.
Be down then. Is this what's going to happen? Is that every person I try and do a lap on board, it then curses them, and they go wide or make a mistake?
I mean, we could try me doing it and see if that helps them, or
All right,
we'll get.
could be just me then.
It could be.
Hmm. Look at Jake. Look at Jake Moore in the chat.
He's forgot to turn the RS down again. He hurts my head. He does.
Right. Start it with Dan.
Yeah, okay, so
There we
jumping
go.
on board with Mr. Adrian's Dan. Down into, I'd say the hairpin of turn 1, which is before the 50-metre board. Down into third gear, short shifts and exit. Through turn 2 into turn 3. Very nicely done. Down in second, short shifts and exit. Coming through turn 4.
I think one shot's lost it up ahead.
Yep,
Should be able
through
to get
turn
going
6 now. Down into 6th gear, Dan goes. The 7th, and then down into this first right-hander, leaves in 6th there. One shot staying out of the way, runs over that car perfectly, then goes right to the right-hand side of the track through turn 9. Opens the RS perfectly there. Down in the
Pretty good.
chicane, 10 and 11.
Pretty good at the moment.
Again, nicely done from Danny. He's got his car over the track at the minute. Through turn 12. And through the long banking of turn 13. Stays a bit, he's ran a bit wide, he'll lose a bit of time there. That's a 9-2, that's a good lap there from Dan.
That looked very, very smooth. Very, very smooth, that lap. It's maybe a tenth, maybe half a tenth here and there, but that was pretty good.
Here's Milan next in the Ferrari car. He stays to the middle of the track, then cuts to the inside. It's a 9 flat.
Nice. Carrying on from end of Q1. Looking good.
There'll be a little sparks next to the medium tyres. Dan moves out the way nicely there for him. Oh, there's a McLaren. Is that a McLaren? Round, there's the letting drivers through. Staging letting drivers through.
He's letting drivers through, but there's an Alfa Romeo
He's on an
coming
outlap.
up right behind him.
Lap sparks now.
Little Sparks will be aiming for kind of like a mid. Oh, jeez. Ran a bit over the curbs there. Kind of a mid 9 to a low 10, to be honest. A 9.7, that's pretty good. But is that going to be enough, though? If enough people go on softs, I don't think that would be. Depends how many go on softs, though, isn't it?
Yeah, I think the other Alpha Tauri, no, will it be? Well, it'll be someone else. It'll be Magic Mark going to be the next one to cross line on the medium tyres as well.
Ooh. That big wide curb on the left hand side there, you do not want to be running over it too much, because it just drags the car out from where you want to turn in for the next corner.
Yeah, if you take that curb on the outside through turn 8, it can cause a bit of trouble. If you brake on it, your car goes flying off into Narnia usually. Oh!
Yeah. It's such a fine line, that last corner. It's so frustrating sometimes.
There's a 9-8 from Magic Mark. His
Yeah.
grunt's kept it valid still. Coming down the straight, it's a 10-2.
I do have a curse. It seems like every driver I spectate either invalidates or makes a mistake. Because I've just been on Ben, and then the next corner he's just gone.
Oh, Hudson's left, I'll get him back in.
Yes.
Oh, I've clicked the home button, whoops.
Oh. Right. Josh, a little bit of a wobble through turn... What turn is that? Turn 7, I think that is. Turn 8, and then into turn 9. Nicely turned in. You can just see the difference, the visual difference between the softs and the mediums. That's why the mediums are so difficult to handle around any track, really. They just... Obviously, they don't have the superior grip as the softs do, but... As we mentioned, if you can get through on them, do well off the start, then you'll be in a good position, especially if a safety car comes out, which is another thing, Easton. Safety cars around here are... Well, they're very common, basically.
Yeah, especially with
Josh
all the
with
gravel
9-9.
traps around the track.
Because it's so easy to make a mistake. It's like Monaco, apart from the walls.
Some would say that is... Evil invalidated at the penultimate corner. Would have been right up behind lap Sparks there.
Right, sink down on the softs. There's quite a few on the mediums at the moment, but are they... Here's another thing as well, which may trigger them to softs. Trap positioning, Easton. You do not want to be in the cluster of the midfield for the first lap.
Oh yeah, especially through that
Oi.
first sector. Oh,
Sink down had a
Ben's advantage.
huge moment outside the turn 4.
as he pulls into the pit lane, Dan is on a lap. He's running right out towards that left-hand side curb. Cuts that
Got away with it.
beautifully.
Actually worked out for him. Oh, a bit of understeer through that corner, but again, making it work. 48 to your middle sector. He's really using the curbs, isn't he?
Yeah, he's using what he can get away with.
Bit of a slide through the last corner. It's going to cost him a bit.
Stays nice and tight. 9-3.
Not bad.
Yeah, I feel like people are going to put the softs on, to be fair. As track positions, everything around here. If you start P10 on the mediums, it's not ideal at all.
Leslie's running a third lap on the medium tyres, which is interesting. But he is improving. Oh, and he was! And he caught the curb on the exit of the chicane, and you saw the big moment he had. Managed to keep it together. But is he going to dart in the pits now? No, carries on.
9-8.
Oh, because he's still improved. Despite
yeah,
that
BF1s came out in the softs as well.
slide. Yeah, you don't want to be like outside the top 10 if you can help it.
Yeah, this is one of the tracks you don't want to be starting outside, going for the alternate strat. Which is proven very overpowered so far this season from a few drivers.
Like there's some tracks like Mexico, for example, that is such a long run down to turn 1. It's such a wide entry down to turn 1. You could be cautious if you want to, if you're on that alternate strategy. But with this, you can't, can you? It's such a short run down to turn 1. And the track is so narrow, and you could be like going 2 by 2 by 2 all the way up until what? Exit turn 5 before you have to filter in line.
Yeah. This is the track where you can't really afford to do the alternate strategy because of the track position. Because you need to make the overtakings of, and this track is known for burning the RS down a lot. Malibu's came out right.
Oh no, Ben's not going to be happy with that at all.
Imagine it. Yep, he's an AI clipping that.
Oh dear.
Oh. I believe.
Got to be careful himself with the cars behind.
Yeah, he's not on a lap, luckily for him, and he's just slowing up.
Yeah.
Is there a car behind on a lap? That AlphaTauri looks like he's
Tell
going
the best, please. Okay. I've been ordered by Millsy to put on the best tyres. There you go. Not ordered, requested. Requested is the right word. Hippo. Stop watching the Alpha drivers and let them have a good lap.
Yeah, I can't believe you're doing that to your own team.
I know. It's the other weird thing. It's like I'm on the other side now. I'm commentating on a tier that I used to drive for. And, like last week, I didn't have any affiliation. Like I was a mercenary. I had no team, and now I do.
You're mixing in with the big people now.
Yeah, including yourself.
Josh just went round at turn 1. That's not going to do. Oh, his dance came out the pits directly behind him. That was close.
Oh, what is going on through turn 1 actually?
Yeah, BF1's encountered traffic again.
Oh, jeez. See, this is the thing. In Q1, when you had 5 more people, I didn't see any traffic problems. But now there's 5 less, and now it's like all the traffic problems in the world.
Yeah, Dan. Oh, the cluster at turn 6. Josh, move it.
Oh, goodness me.
What an... Oh, dearie me. He's just crashed into the Albertari. Kill me now.
What is going on? What is honestly going on? So Josh,
I would imagine
well,
he's getting slapped with a quality ban there.
for stewards to decide, but what has happened, there was a 5-place grid
Oh, I'm
penalty
the shield as well.
for Josh and Grunty.
Dan spun as well. What's going off here?
Oh, that's
Gentlemen.
sync Dan, isn't it? I got
Gentlemen,
confused.
can we get moving, please?
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Oh, Breezy in the 8s already. In the meantime, Renault Breezy put himself safely through in the Q3, I'd imagine. Right, we gotta.
I think if Josh speaks, he may be in trouble. I think that's I think that Jose Mourinho interview. I think he's just got flashbacks. As BF1 pulls into the pit lane now, doesn't even stop for it. He's absolutely fuming.
BF1's out, Grunt's out, Josh is out. They've all taken checkered flag. Is that just crossed the line? I think Dan's has gone to 4th and a 9-1. I'm on board with ripping one shot because he's the one in danger. You've also got JS Lee, who's still on his medium tyres. He's still desperately trying to get into the top 10. And at the moment, it's only him and Magic Mark that are going to go through on the mediums. Everyone else has gone to softs. Evo goes... That's not Evo. Slee actually moves up to 6th. So that puts Mark, who actually is on the softs, has actually gone through to 4th. So no one on mediums, actually. Malibu's out. And this is one shot. If he gets in the top 10, Muddy Biscuit's out of it. And he's going to make it. He does. Muddy Biscuit is out. Championship leader starts 11th. Again, very close, I point out as well. Look how close that is.
I feel like that could have been a much different session there.
About the shenanigans?
Yeah.
There's a lot of people out of place because what just happened?
I'm very confused, but I think we'll get Muddy Biscuit and championship leader starts P11 for the race ahead.
Can I ask you very nicely, right?
Yes, go on.
Don't invite Ben. Don't invite Grunty. Don't invite Josh.
Oh no, yeah, I'm inviting Muddy. I'm letting
leave him be.
Yeah.
Leave him be. I was gonna say. Good. Wow. So in the end, nobody got through the mediums. I just think they're so close, aren't they? If you look at again 3 temps just over covering the top 10, it's so close, Ethan. I don't think you can get through a mediums, or you'd be very lucky if you did.
Yeah, I think that wasn't ideal with the shenanigans on the outlap. Oh, Josh has been slapped with a 5 place. Oh, he's going to go down to 18th. That's a yikes.
Yeah, so in some ways, no, I'm not going to go on that side. I'm going on that side. Stewards decide,
yeah,
but
hello.
Hi, Muddy. Ethan, do you wanna, or should I?
It's up to you. I'm not bothered.
You go for it.
Sure thing. Okay, so welcome to the comms box again, Muddy. I think we've spoke to you enough times to realise you're here. So just run us through your session, really.
Yeah, I came into here not expecting too much from this track. I think it's not really suiting my driving style. I run ABS off, so obviously there's quite a few tricky braking points here. And I've always said my weakest point is qualifying, so I think those two together just didn't really work well. I think, especially short track as well, I had quite a bit of traffic, especially in sort of the middle sector, at the top of the hill, through those sort of triple right-hander, which I probably had to clip at the end. Maybe need to just go back and check if anyone did hold me up, probably not, but it was just sort of having cars sort of off the line, sort of just unside you a bit, especially into the blind corners, not knowing exactly where they are, and missed out, I think, by about 300ths in the end, so maybe that making a difference, possibly not, but well, this happened. 11th isn't too bad. Fresh tyres around here is quite good. I think tyre wear is marginal for one stop. It's just not terrible, but obviously it helps to have fresh tyres. So hopefully look forward to making places in the race.
Yep. So also we had questions about the weather. I'm just guessing by what you're saying is it's a full dry race.
Yeah, it's dry race. I didn't check how whether it's cloudy or sunny, but yeah, it's dry.
Okay, that's all that matters. So can I have your top 3 predictions for this qualifying session, please?
Oh, I think one of my top 3 would have been Luke. Obviously, he went out in Q1, so I'd probably go. I know Breezy's looked quick. I know Magic Marks is probably quick, very quick in qualifying. He's looked very quick, and then maybe one of the Dans. Let me go for Dangerous Dan, seeing he won last weekend. So yeah, that's probably my top 3.
Yeah. So we wish you all the best. Oh wait, now, Michael, you got any more questions to add?
One simple question. According to my records, it's obviously gone by race director, so if so on. You've been on the podium every race so far this season. Can you continue that streak from 11th?
Hopefully, I know overtake is quite hard here, but obviously, I'd never before the start of the season never got 2 podiums in a row. So to have a streak of 4, I knew it was going to end at some point. I suspect we'll be here. I'm aiming just for some solid points, maybe see if I can get to maybe 6th, 7th, and just try and get as many points over likes of Lukey, Dangerous Dan, who are currently sort of me in the championship.
Alright, all the best to you.
Thank you.
And good luck.
Hope to see you back then, Muddy.
Thank you very much.
Now we're down to the squeaky bum time of Q3. Milan's going to
Oh.
be first driver out.
Yeah, money on board of him.
Oh,
I was going to say actually about Muddy's podium streak as Milan runs it very close to that curb there, nearly lost the car. Is that he's in the middle of that podium streak? You know, every race he's been on the podium. He has actually started outside the top 10 twice in that, I believe. Remember Bahrain? I think he was like 12th or 14th around that area, and still came through to finish. Well, he won. So. So on and so forth. So he can be done, but it's going to be tricky as Milan.
is that Williams?
Hear that last corner.
No, I think it's on Mercedes. Yeah, it's Mr. Dangerous Dan. Will be the next one. F3, reigning F3 champion. He won last week. He had a second the week before his beginning at 23. Dan is.
Again, you saw Milan run over that curb. It's so fine that last corner, and it's going to be. Oh, it's an 8-9.
Oh, go on, Dan.
Good banker lap.
Jay Slee's next.
Very,
Slee
very
also.
good banker lap.
There's actually wait. That's half. I think half the people in Q3 are from F3 last season.
I
Jay.
think so actually.
I think so. We had
9-5.
Slee, Dan, Evo, Dan. Yeah, well, Spot Chef, half and half. Oh, Mercedes won too.
Eva goes to a 9-2.
You've seen that side before.
It's only 4 people set a lap so far. Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Fair point.
Wait, there you go. Breezy just breaks it with a 9 flat. Breezy's looking at a potential for pole here.
Yeah, little Sparks coming across the line. 9 flat as well.
As is Sparks, 9 flat as well.
Mark's next. 9-4. Mr. Oh!
No.
Oh.
Elliot.
I just jumped on
I'm
board
guessing
with
it.
Elliot spinning.
I guess Elliot is lucky to still going.
I've done that in the league race, my tire ripped off. So I would count
Yeah.
himself lucky.
I did that last season in F2. That bank curve is because the thing about that bank curve, you got to try and, as I said, hug the grass on the right. But if you touch it just even a little bit, yeah, double. I don't think Sparks is Dutch. I think he's just changed the flag because we're here. That kind of thing that people do.
I would just forget.
I think Milan's the same.
No, Milan is Dutch.
I think Milan's the same. Like, but yeah, but Stidgen is most definitely Dutch. So he's home Grand Prix here. Technically, home country Grand Prix. It really should be.
Yep. Laps again. Stigin is. He's 400s up for the first. Is Evo up? Evo's 2/10 up for the first. Damn.
I don't think they are Dutch. See, double is thinking that Little Sparks and Milan are Dutch, but I don't think they are.
Milan is.
I
I
don't
know
remember-
Little Sparks isn't. Milan definitely is.
I don't remember. I don't remember the Dutch flag being next to them.
No, yeah, but I know Little Sparks definitely isn't. But I know Milan is
Okay.
because he's had that for a while. Here
Sticking
comes
with a 9-7.
Evo's going to be next. Oh,
Ooh,
on the
takes pole away from his
Spoke now.
teammate. That's 3 laps on the softs as well, Easton. Is that a thing you should be doing? I guess it works.
What? There? No.
He's done 3 laps on the softs.
Dan. Oh, it's an N4. P6.
Nearly lost it on the curb there.
Yeah. Oh, Evo's one on no fuel.
It's got no one around him, so it should be alright. Right, Lee. Sole remaining Alfa Romeo in this top 10 at the moment. See through turn 3, into the carousel turn 4. Nice bit of a wobble on the exit, but okay. Nice downhill right-hander down to 6th gear, that's exactly what you need to do. Only a little bit up, but little sectors where you can get a little bit more time if you get the exit, the corners, short shifting. Nice through the hairpin and a little bit of DRS. And it's a 10th up, so where would that put him? That will put him only just ahead of Mark and Sink Dan. Needs to find another 4 attempts to be anywhere near the front row before leading it. It is. I shouldn't spectate any Alfa Romeo driver. Because that's what happens.
It would have went on a 9.3 that would have put in P5.
Yeah. Sorry, Lee. So it is him, only him out on track at the moment. And a double. Milan is Dutch.
Yeah.
Because double was just confirmed it to me. Thank you, double. He just sent me a screenshot from China's race results, or race result from a race previously, and he did have the flag there. So Mercedes 1-2 at the moment. Everyone else waiting into the last possible moment. Here comes Stygian. I just had a F1 2020 game invite, Easton, on my my Michael account, because obviously that has to be online at the same time as this. From somebody called, all capital letters, AZ space BOT space TAS. AZ Bottas with spaces in between.
Oh yeah, I know.
No
who that
idea.
is.
Oh, okay.
Don't know what I was doing.
No,
No,
Know it?
nah, I've faced it
Then-
before.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, it's just like, it's not going to be like an annoying spammer.
I mean, it's always possible.
Right. What can Stygian do? Currently 8th place at the moment in front of his home crowd. He's even in the correct car according to those flags as well, in the McLaren with the orange.
He's the next one. Oh, sleep, big wobble.
Yeah, everyone else is back out on track, so this is where
Squeaky bum time.
goes back again.
Oh, oh, that was close.
See, now you're watching him, and now you're cursing him.
He's managed to keep it valid. He had a bit of wobble. You could just hear the Dutch crowd cheering when Stitchy goes to the grandstands.
I know. If you keep an eye on Sleep, whether he's improving or not. Oh, Stygian, very good first sector, 10th and a bit up. Okay. Just started Milan, I think. No Delta though.
No, it's not Milan. It'll be Breezy next. And 500
on a good lap. Stygian's on a good lap. He's near 3/10 up. In the middle sector, into the final corner. Don't run it too wide. Nice. Hug on the wall. And 6th, a 9.3.
Breezy's at about 2/10 up here. If he does a good last sector, he could be seeing himself placing himself onto the pole position. Oh!
Jeez, is that cost him? No.
Oh, Sparky Wacky. Oh, he's just missed it. He's got a crack at it, Milan. It's an E. Oh, he's just missed it.
Oh, wow.
Williams, Magic Mark.
3/10 up.
This will count.
I'll get the last corner right. There we go. This is going to move him up. Where's it going to put him? I'm going to warn the inside. It goes.
Oh, in the second.
Second!
Wow.
Oh my god.
St. Dan.
Dan is
In the
next.
7th.
Dangerous Dan. In the Mercedes. Can he take it back?
Oh, and
no,
the
to 5th.
One
So
shot.
it's all down to Evo. The 1-2 Mercedes has been crushed by the rest of the field.
Evo's
Here
500
comes
down.
Evo.
Yeah, I didn't.
No, 5th and 6th.
Sparks is going again, but he's a 10th down. Breezy's backed off.
Yeah, so it's only Sparks that can spoil the party.
And that's
And
end very
there
quickly.
we go. So it's Breezy in the Renault that takes pole position just ahead of Magic Mark, an 8.7 in the end. That's very impressive. And Magic Mark in second. Little Sparks third, just ahead of Milan as well.
I must say that was a very close qualifying. Must have been. It was under 10th for the top 4, and Dan just missed out in that under a 10th mark.
Very good stuff. Very, very good stuff. Exactly what do you want to see? Oh, Gravedigger's in the chat. Evening to you, Gravedigger. Good to see you.
Yeah, look at that. That's mega close. About it's a 10th and a quarter. 10th and a quarter between the top 6.
Very, very good. So Breezy grabs pole position. I think that's his first pole of the season. I'd imagine it would be. Or it could be. Hasn't had a good time of it as of late. An 8th place and a 7th place so far, and 2 non-scores going into this race, so good result here, be good.
He's joined us.
Oh. Played your audio, please, Breezy.
Yeah.
Is that your first pole this season?
I'm trying to think. Yeah, I think because I don't know. I think I got second in Bahrain. I mean, I got pole in Bahrain. I got pole in Bahrain. No, I think I got pole.
Oh,
I think I
okay.
did. I think I did. I'm pretty sure I did. But yeah.
Oh, but no. Very good lap in the end, an 8.7. Did you expect to be fighting for pole at this track?
I mean, I got I know Milan and Sparks quite. I've been on time trial, like leaderboard and stuff. And they both beat me on time trial. So, but I still beat them in the quali. So at the end of the day, My objective was trying to get top 5 or something, but obviously got pole, so I was happy with that. So
I don't know what it is, Easton, about these time trial head-to-heads. Honestly, it's all
Yeah.
this.
It's what we
all
call
this
TT
beef about.
merchants, I would say.
Yeah.
I do about 30 minutes before the race, and then see what I compare myself to like the others. I think that's about it.
You got a fan club in the chat. Steffi Weffy.
Oh yeah, he's in the party, but that's why. But even
Oh, okay. You need a good result, to be fair. If it's fair to say, because you've had a difficult time at the start of the season. 2 no points and an 8th and a 7th,
yeah, well,
according to my records here. So you need a good result here, but you're starting from the very best position here, especially at this type of track.
yeah,
I guess aim here is to keep the lead ahead of Magic Mark, who's starting alongside you.
yeah. Hopefully, I think the strategy for everyone's pretty much the same, innit? Like soft hard. So I don't think there's been any like strategy. I don't know if you can do soft mediums, but I don't. So I think it'll just be it's kind of a sprint at the end, and then same strategy, not just the safety cars. I don't feel I can just pull away, but I have to see how it goes because it's in like a 10 point between like the top 5 or something. So it's not like they're that far off me. So like I think it could be anyone's really. Actually, between the top 5, he was close. But we'll have to see. But
Yeah, it's great to see anyway. Easton, any questions?
No, not really. Just gotta hope. We hope to see you back at the end of the race.
I mean, hopefully, yeah. But I'll see.
All right. I'll let you prepare,
Right.
and good luck to you.
Right, cheers. Thank you.
Right. Shall we run through championship order underway?
Yeah.
Do you want to got it, or should I?
Yeah, I prefer you do it so I can do formation lap.
Okay. Right. So yeah, just changing things around. Obviously, see whether this all works. I need to go to the standings. No, I don't need to go into comms chat. Jesus. Alright, so drivers' standings at the moment. Muddy Biscuit leads the way on 83 points. He has a bit of a lead over... Is that a race win? It is. He actually has a race win already. Lead over Lukey's on 54 points. Danger Dad is next on 45, followed by Josh in 4th place and Haas on 41. FFR Milan is next on 29 points, followed by JSLE on 24. Hudson's on 22, Little Sparks on 20, followed by his teammate Grunty on 17. BF1 Racers on 16, with Malibu on 10, Breezy on 10, Shrimper on 2 points, and Magic Mark on 1. The rest are yet to score. That is the Drivers' Championship. And into the Constructors. Racing Point coming into this have a 8-point lead over McLaren, 91 for Racing Point, 83 for McLaren. Bit of a gap back to Mercedes on 45, who are just ahead of AlphaTauri on 43, who are just ahead of Alfa Romeo on 40, who are just ahead of Haas on 37. Ferrari on 29 with Red Bull 27, Renault on 10, and Williams on 1 point going into this race. But Easton, when you've got Breezy and Magic Mark, who both have had very difficult starts to this race or to this season, can they have a good race today and really kick their championship going?
Yep. You gotta hope so, but I need to quickly do this formation lap because it's a short track. So it's on P20 with Strimper 84 in the Racing Point on the hard compound tyres. P19 sorry is stage 151515 in the Renault on the soft tyres, followed by RS Josh S04 who got a 5 place grid penalty. Starts P18 in the Haas on the softs. Then championship contender Lucky 1210 lines up in P17 in the Racing Point on the hards. Then P16 is JJ Hudson 11 in the Red Bull on the mediums. Followed by his teammate Steph Gamer in the Red Bull on the soft tyres. P14 is BF1 Racer and the Alfa Romeo on the medium tyres. P13 is Grunty 36 in the AlphaTauri on the soft tyres. P12 Malibu and the Haas car on the soft tyres. P11 is Muddy Biscuit 148 and the McLaren on the soft tyres. P10 is Home Grand Prix Stygian and the McLaren on the soft tyres. P9's JC94 and the Alfa Romeo on the softs. P8 St. Dan and the Ferrari on the softs. P7's Ripple X1 shot and the Williams on the softs. Then it's all Mercedes row 3 of DRT Evo on the softs and P6 and Dangerous
McLaren
Dan.
in the wall.
Dangerous
Carry on.
Dan
McLaren in the wall. Carry
212
on.
and the Mercedes. P4 is another Dutchman on the grid. Lines up P4's FFR Milan and the Ferrari on the softs. P3's Little Sparks and the AlphaTauri on the sauce. Front row, Mr. Magic Mark F2, Season 1 F2 champion lines up P2 in the Williams car on the sauce, and P1 is Breezy 7272 in the banana car on the soft compound tyres.
Better. That's much better.
Oh, I just made it.
Thank you, Ethan. Right, note to self for the other tiers. So when you do the formation lap, you've got to do it very quickly. Right, so interesting to see racing points both on the hard tyres, so that's a bit of a gamble going forward to see whether it works for them as we're ready for 36 laps of this Dutch Grand Prix. Who's going to get well off the line? And it's go, go, go in Tier 2 of RSF1, round number 5. Breezy retains the lead ahead of Magic Mark, when Magic Mark's got the Ferrari of FFR Milan going right on the outside, a bit of a
Dan's
bump
round.
from Milan.
Dan's
Milan goes in the second.
Dan just went round to the
St.
back.
Dan?
Yep, St. Dan, I think, made contact with Stigin, unfortunately, on his round. And he's lost a lot of time. He's not going to enjoy trying to claw that back.
Timing pages are all over the place as per usual, but it seems to be only St. Dan at the back who had contact in any sort of way. But good start from Breezy, kept the lead. Milan just went right round the outside of Magic Mark through turn 1 and 2. Ahead of him, and Danger stands up ahead of Sparks, who's dropped back a couple of
Hudson's went
places.
round. Oh, he's on the wall, he's get damage as well.
Oh, he nearly took out St. Dan. That was close. Goodness me. Stigin up 3 places. He's had a good start. His home crowd cheering him on. Breezy, he's already got a bit of a car length gap as they go across the stripe for the first time.
Yeah, all I believe I'd said by side battle there, but the timing pages are all messed up again. It's Sleep versus Muddy. I'd try to look up the inside of Sleep, but Sleep closes that door shut and says you're not inside my door.
Grundy's the other one in the pits. A bit of a lunge from the house behind
Oh, Hudson's
of
got
Malibu,
pen.
but
Oh, Hudson's called out a night already.
wow, lap 3.
Oh, yeah.
He's obviously not very happy as Josh was looking up the inside of Steffi through turn 6. That would have been interesting. What's also interesting is the two that connected in qualifying are now next to each other on the track, being Josh and BF1 Racer. Let's hope they keep themselves apart this time. Yeah, Josh has technically made up his 5-place grid penalty as Sturridge is having a move on BF1 Racer, or was at least looking at it. And this is where the train starts, Mr. Easton. Yeah? Easton. Yay. Oh, Muddy and Lee. That Muddy getting by Lee, I think that is, for 9th. Look at this midfield, it's ridiculous. Oh, Malibu got a great run out of JSC. This would be brave through the roller coaster of turn 5 and 6, and it's worked. JSC just didn't get the run at all out of the carousel. Malibu's into 10th. You know what I'm disappointed about? Oh, when Steffi has a bit of a wobble, Josh might be on him. This midfield train is ridiculous. What's that? That's Muddy all the way back to Sturridge. There's 8 cars in this. Oh, here comes Josh. The action is all from the midfield. The leaders are all spread out a little bit. Josh and Steffi. And Steffi manages to just stay out of Josh. But Josh around the outside of the carousel. Going to get the exit. Using a bit of overtake. Steffi using overtake as well. They're both not giving... They're not letting go of this. Josh is still there. Oh, gutsy. Yeah, double in the chat. That's the thing I've noticed. Seeing a lot are using a lot of ERS, being very aggressive, but they just want to get out of this train of cars here. Yeah, doing everything right so far. Evo is using a lot of overtake to try and make a move. Oh, there's a Renault Sturridge. Yeah, so Sturridge in for hard tyres, anything he can do really to try and get something out this race. Great stuff so far. Oh, Malibu. Malibu's right up the gearbox of Muddy Biscuit. So Malibu's... Yeah, cleared the train. I think the train is coming back from JS Lee. JS Lee seems to be struggling to get to a rhythm at the moment. Malibu's... apparently can't hear you. Yeah. We had this issue before as well. The Breezy's got a second lead at the front. But it seems to be stabilising there. Magic Mark is within DRS of Milan. So that's going on here. Evo is almost, I would say, being held up as Josh's JS Lee having a go around his sleeve. Diving into the carousel, and Josh has got him. And now Steffi is looking at Slee as well. Slee, for some reason, just doesn't have the race pace at all. It seems to be dropping back, almost in his clutches of his teammate who's on the medium tyres. Back Easton. Your mic's now very quiet on my end. Right. Those include the audio as well. Is that solved it, guys? Can you now hear Easton? Easton, if you say like a few words for a bit so they can... I am hosting the party, so it's not that. Apparently they still can't hear you. Guess restart the stream, but I really don't want to because... so much... I'm going to miss something if I do. Very quick. I'm going to have to do it very quickly. Right. Be right back.